What's up, YouTube? It's me, Kenny, with a review that I'm actually really excited about. Today, I've got the Captain. So what this is, it's one of the first 2700 battery mods on the market. Not the first. I believe that there was a Boxer mod that had 2700s and then at least one unregulated before this came out. But this was the first one that really garnered much attention. And overall, it's really nice. It's got a nice clicky button. I just turned it off. Really nice clicky button. Just overall a really nice finish. I got the blue version that comes with a special edition backplate. The other one has a slightly different backplate. This one though, when I bought it, it came with like snakeskin kind of looking side plate covers. You can kind of see on the picture right here. That's kind of what it looked like. It didn't look I didn't personally like it. Fortunately for me, it did come with the replacement carbon fiber stickers. They are just stickers. Kind of downside, kind of not, because if you don't like the snakeskin and it wasn't a sticker and it was just like somehow permanently attached to the mod, that would have felt disappointing. Usually not a fan of stickers on the mods or on any mod, but they feel like, I know some people said that they kind of were peeling or were afraid that they would peel or whatever just in daily use. I haven't had that issue, so there's that. But it's a real nice blue finish. You can kind of, like, I'll show you on here. You can kind of see the blue finish. It's just a real nice finish. It feels really sturdy. It's a really nice mod. Overall, I think it is the, quite honestly, best 2700 mod I've seen. I haven't seen many though, so if it's not, don't hate on me. I'm open to suggestions. Really open to suggestions. But overall, it feels real nice. I like the clicky button. Real simple kind of screen layout. Not overly complicated. Real simple menuing. Again, not really overly complicated. You've got your settings, so you can set the screen time. You've got power, temp control. You've got your TCR setting, and then the option to reset puffs. I never use temp control, so I don't really see the menu often. Mostly if I'm like testing battery life, just kind of see. I will use the reset puff at some point and do a comparison of this versus, say, I don't have any other, because I don't want to compare it to the Snow Wolf just because the LEDs, I don't want there to be any kind of negative backlash about the LEDs eating battery. I would like to do a completely non-biased, So what I may actually do, and we'll get there, is test this versus itself. Why not? I mean, should be using the exact same output on the same tank, but in the box, what you get. We'll get to the box. Real nice, simple, not overly complicated box. You've got your list of what it comes with. You have your little scratch and sniff, authenticity checker. What you got in the box. And not everything's in the box because the batteries are in the mod. Did come with two iJoy 2700 batteries. To talk about those real quick, they are 30 amp batteries. They say 40 amp. According to Mooch, they are confirmed 30 amp based on Mooch's findings, which is still better than pretty much any 18650 out there. He also found that they are a pretty strong 3000 milliamp versus any other 18650s. There aren't many true 30 or 3000 milliamp 18650s out there. You get your little plug for firmware updates and firmware updates only. They don't tell you that. They call it a charging cable. I don't want to call this a charging cable because you don't want to use it for charging. Firmware update cable. You get your warranty card. You get your instruction manual. And you get your batteries. I would show you the batteries, but they are in the device. Or in the Captain. Let me put all this back. But you say, why would I want a 2700 device mod when I don't have any? Sure, it comes with two, but what if I need to charge those and it's my only device? But you have, or it's the only device I really want to use, but okay, let's say you've been stuck on 18650s since you started vaping. You don't like having just one set of batteries for any particular mod. You're covered. Because it comes with these little guys. They're adapters. And this is probably what I'm going to use with 18650s to test the battery life of the 2700s versus Samsung 25Rs or LG HG2s, other batteries that are pretty popular in the 18650 variety. So I'll just put those in here, run the battery down on 2700s after a fresh charge, reset the puff counter, make sure I know what the puff counter said first, and then reset the puff counter, and do the same with the 18650s. I will probably be posting an update to show my findings on that. I don't think anybody's going to really be surprised because I feel like I know exactly how that's going to go. But overall, you get a lot of really good stuff. Pretty nice box, really nice mod. But the price point. What's the price point on this? Well, I bought it in a local brick and mortar, an actual vape shop, not online. For the device, I paid, I want to say $80, which isn't a bad deal. That's not a bad price at all for a good quality, really sturdy vape. Innovative, at least, somewhat, because they're using new batteries. $80, not bad. You also get two batteries, so saying $12 a battery, that's 24. 80 minus 24 would be, quick maths, $56 for the device, and then $12 a battery. Not bad. Is there anything I would change with the menuing? Personally, no. How does the temp control work? I don't know. I don't use temp control. So if you're looking for a temp control kind of review, I'm honestly not going to be your guy for this device. Any other device that uses temp control, I don't use it. I've tried it. I haven't been a fan. Real clicky buttons though. There's no delay like on another 2700 device from iJoy. So if the screen goes black, you can still just immediately go for it. You don't have to wait for the screen to come up, which is nice. Overall, okay, so when you go into the menu and do power, you also do have the options for normal, hard, soft, and user. In the user, you kind of get like a second each, so you can set it to like a little higher for a second, and then a little lower than that, but still in between for the next second, and then go down until you even out wherever you want to even out at. So there's that. Overall, I don't really use the stuff. I just normally keep it right at normal and just kind of I'm pretty basic. I don't use a whole lot of the extra settings. I just want a device that works and works well. And this is that. It's simple. You've got enough stuff that if you do like some of the fancier stuff in a device, you have those options. But it's not going to be going overboard if you don't want to fiddle with a real complicated menu. And that's real nice. For what you get in the box, you get the adapters, you get the batteries. $80 in a store online. Let me check real quick. I may have to edit some of this out so that it's not taking too long. We'll see. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. So Element Vape has them for Let's see, real quick. Oh man, why are they giving me so many different captains? They have the starter kit that comes with the tank for $79.95, so the same price I paid in a store for an extra tank that I personally would not use. And then they have the Captain PD270 234 watt, just the box mod, for $54.95, and that one does include the batteries, I believe. Dual 2700 battery, and it does not say not included, so that means that they are included, because on Element Vape, if they don't include the batteries, they tell you. You have the optional, same, basically everything that came in this will come in that for $55. It's not bad. I'll have a link to these down below. As far as a rating, what would I give it? I don't want this to be my first 10 out of 10, because it's not a perfect box. It's great. It does what I want it to do. I'm going to give it 8.5. 8.5 banana stickers, except I don't use banana stickers because that's somebody else's thing, and I don't want to alienate him because I respect him as a YouTuber. So I give it 8.5 out of 10. Great device. And more importantly, I don't think it's overly intimidating for somebody just now getting into their first box, like regulated box mod. I don't think the menuing is intimidating. I don't think the size is intimidating. It's pretty small for what I'm used to. I usually use pretty large devices, or I'm used to fairly large devices, like the Hammer of God. I use that. My first really, not my first device, because my first device was a Snow Wolf 1.5. Actually, it might have been the 1.0. I bought it from a friend. But my first device was just the little 200 watt Snow Wolf. And then I got the Wismec RX 200 Gen 1, so I'm used to somewhat larger devices. Snow Wolf 218 I've used. I love the shit out of this guy. It's a little janky because it's been dropped and had a couple of issues, but I still love the shit out of it. I still use it. It's rocking one of my favorite RDAs at the moment, so you know I use it. I enjoy it. I'm not really intimidated by larger devices. So size comparisons, I may not be the best person to ask on those, but occasionally I do like smaller devices, like this guy. Okay, that's a little flooded. I need to work on that some, or fiddle with it and see if I can get it not flooded. I don't use it much. I left it at home when I went on my road trip, and ever since then it just kind of hadn't been used, but I've only been back a couple of days. But overall, I use a lot of large devices, and this is probably one of the smaller of the devices I use. At least the devices I use on a regular basis. It's not much bigger than the Snow Wolf. It may actually be a little smaller even. No, it's a little taller, but about as wide. And not as bricky, blocky shaped. So, not much bigger than the Snow Wolf that I just reviewed. So size isn't really an issue for me. Menu is simple. You've got everything you need right there on the screen. You've got your wattage, you've got your battery life shown by 2 indicators, one for each battery. You've got your resistance, you've got your amperage, you have voltage, you've got your puff counter, you've got your puff time down on the bottom. I mean, overall, it's a pretty good menu. I mean, there's probably a little more information than a lot of new vapors would really use, but I mean, it accentuates pretty much everything that you would really need, like the wattage, voltage, resistance. I mean, you can pick those 3 things out real quick, real easy, and your battery indicators, you can pick that out real easy, real quick. So overall, I'd say the menu, the screen, everything else is real nice. It feels real sturdy. I do still have the screen cover on. I was leaving that. I know a couple of people said that on theirs. May hate myself for doing this, but they could just kind of do this and it would kind of scratch their screen. And it's not happening for me, so that's nice. I guess that may have just been like a early release thing. I got this fairly recently. It's actually been out fairly long. So this is I guess a more newly manufactured device. As far as now, I do not know of any firmware updates. I don't know if they plan on doing any firmware updates for this. Wouldn't really need any, personally.
But I'm sure there are options for custom firmwares. I'm sure people have them. If you are into the custom firmware stuff.
Overall, 8.5 out of 10. I would highly recommend this to anybody looking for a dual 18650 or a dual 2700 device. But that being said,
Keep vaping. Stay away from the cigarettes.